What's going on, YouTube? Sorry, part one got cut off. Excuse me, I haven't emptied my phone in a while, and even though I have a new phone that stores all sorts of stuff, it was getting a little bit full. So we were talking about carps. We were talking about how to move 2 tons of stuff by hand. Ooh, look at this rope. Rope's nice. I like rope. Rope is super convenient. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, camo. How much is a camo? Gotta have camo. 10 grades. I wish they had testing strength on here. That's the first thing you want to know when you're dealing with rope is how strong it is. That is some kind of shoddy marketing. Shoddy. See, they have the compare, but they don't have what it is. You know, if it's only like 50-pound strength, that's kind of shit rope. Anyways, gloves. Man, you want to talk about how to be prepared for the end of the world? Get some damn gloves. Buy a few boxes of these. People are going to have diseases, and you come across someone that's sick, you might want to help them if they're bleeding, but they might have herpes, they might have hepatitis, they might have HIV. You never know what people have. They might just have the flu, or something like that. But if you're dealing with some dead bodies, you might go with kind of like this gauge here. I don't need to joke about that, but I mean, they're, stuff is bad for long enough. It's going to be the black gloves. These are pretty cool. The only reason I don't really like them for mechanic stuff is I tend to find that if I'm actually doing mechanic stuff with them, I get grease all over them. So I don't know, maybe you could throw them in the wash, but I'm not trying to throw greasy ass gloves in with the wash. So I guess you could wash them by hand, but they're just never really the same. So as much as I love gloves, like I kind of like them so much, I never want to get them dirty when I have them. Someday I'm just going to splurge and buy like 10 pairs of them, and then I'll just have them for like years. It'll be awesome. TV stand. Wagons. We talked about ways to move stuff. But see, this wagon, not as good as those carts. I mean, sure, they tie up to each other real nice, and they certainly steer real nice. Well, 300 pounds, but it's not the same as, 800-pound capacity. Radio controlled boat, trying to get some surveillance, in a lake at night. Put your camera on the boat, drive the boat out, drive the boat back, boosh, surveillance. There you go, see? Thinking outside the box here. That's what we do at the LA Prepper Channel. We think outside the box. And I love that this kit is $189, but I guess maybe it comes with more stuff than the other kit. I don't know, just weird. Got my dad one of these for Christmas. He loved it. Uses it every time. This is a really, really cool gift. A lot cooler than you think. So freaking much better than this. That's a shitty gift. Don't ever get anyone that for Christmas. But this for Christmas, that one looks pretty cool too. Oh, it has 10 more feet with a triple trip. Why? 10 more feet and it's $30 more? I don't understand that. How? I mean, it looks nicer for sure. Look at all that fancy plastic they got. But I don't understand. $30 for the nice looking one, I guess. We got some lights, LED lights. Hey, you want to get lights for someone for Christmas? Make sure you see these 3 letters, LED. Do not get someone a light unless it's an LED light, because they're just awesome and bright and they use barely any electricity. You don't need to get them 27 LEDs, but get them some LEDs. Don't get anyone you love one of these flashlights. They're the shittiest, nastiest flashlights. I have a few of them. They give them away for free. Like, I don't know where usually they have like free flashlights or whatever, but don't get those nasty flashlights. Ooh, look at the safes. Doesn't that look cool? Who wants a safe? I want a safe. Some home security, some mace, if you're a guy or a girl, mace is handy to have. Nobody wants to deal with getting maced. Locks, also good for security. Got to secure your e-bike and all your wagons and dollies together. If you have 2,000 pounds of gear, you're going to want to lock it. What do we got here? Some grinders, some saws, some presses, and compactor. You want to do concrete and gravel in the end of the world? Boom, right there. Ooh, an anvil. Now this is something a lot of people might not think is like, why would I want an anvil, right? I'll just get a rock, I'll just pound something on a counter. An anvil's nice because sometimes you just need a damn anvil. You got the flat part, you got the rounded part, you got the punch area. If you want to do anything like metalwork wise, an anvil's just super, super nice to have. So honestly, an anvil would make a really great gift. I guarantee if there's a man in your life that doesn't have an anvil, get him an anvil and he will use it so much you would be amazed how much your man will use this anvil. If he does stuff a lot in the garage. If your guy watches a lot of TV, maybe don't get him an anvil. But if your guy likes to play in the garage, or your girl likes to play in the garage, get him an anvil. Sanders are super nice. More sanding stuff. Tile saws are fun. Buffer, polisher, yeah, do some paint work, polish a car. You have an ATV with a lot of plastic on it. And I'm not hating on people with ATVs with plastic. Just saying, a lot of uses for stuff. Man, these some of these saws are really tempting me. $200 for a 12-inch compound, sliding compound with bevel. I don't need one, but man, I'd love one. When I start flipping homes in the future, definitely gonna get me a saw. I don't know if it'll be one of these saws, but it's gonna be a saw. Impact stuff, drills. Here's the Drill Masters, kind of a piece of shit. They'll last you about a year, but they're kind of pieces of garbage. Don't get this. Basically, I would only get the Drill Master just to have a cheap drill. Don't start expanding into their other shitty products, okay? Just keep it simple. Honestly, get a damn corded here. I'll show you the one that I have. To show you that I'm not like some, not some elite guy. I have the very inexpensive 6 amp Chicago Freight. In fact, it's because my camera's kind of grainy, it almost looks like a real drill. That's kind of funny the way it's just floating there. But it's still damn near brand new. I think in fact, have I even used this thing? I must have used it because I bought it for something. What did I buy it for? God, I can't even remember. Some job. I bought it for something. It was like $50 or $45 or something, but they're so useful. And the reason you don't want cordless anything. If you want to have a good life, get stuff with a cord, because cordless stuff, generally speaking, is garbage. Unless you have like 20-volt lithium, cordless stuff is just going to be a pain in the butt. So if you want to save yourself a lot of headaches, get stuff with a power cord. You will never run out of power, unless the power's off, in which case you need cordless. So for real life, cord. For prepping, cordless. That's the rule. Wrenches, important. If you don't have a torque wrench, you should own a torque wrench. You should not be trying to estimate it by hand. It's not a good idea. You can't just always tighten stuff a little more. Got to be careful. Color-coded. I would love some color-coded sockets. It's a really good idea, unless you're colorblind. But even then, you probably could still get most of it right. Staplers, screwdrivers, hammers, Allen keys. Pry bar, really good prepping tool right here. Good for demo. You got to work with a wall, a tree falls on your house, you got to deal with some little construction stuff. Pry bar is nice to have. We got some ammo cans, but don't buy this one for $7. Get this one for $4. See, there you go. It's funny, they have it's the same box, but then they have it in here under the regular price. I don't know, it's a waste of space, They already have it on the front. But anyways, maybe they're really trying to sell them. I don't know. Machete. Everybody needs a machete. Every grown man needs a machete, alright? The hunting knife is garbage. Don't get anyone a shitty-ass hunting knife. It's not full tang. I actually have one, and the tang is loose as hell. Kind of embarrassed that I bought one, but it's a blade. It is a blade. Is it going to be a phenomenal knife? No. Is it a sharp blade that will cut things? Sort of. Yes. It's not a great knife, though. Big Five actually had a sale on some knives recently. I meant to pick one up, and I didn't. Shame on me. So we got the ammo box. Got some hammers and stuff. I don't have an axe or a hatchet. It is something I need, and shame on me for not owning one. But this Christmas, I think I'm going to do some prepping shopping. Clamps, cutters, very convenient. If you don't have some channel locks, some locking pliers. Sorry, these aren't channel locks, these are locking pliers. Those are channel locks. If you don't have some of these vice grips, get some vice grips. Get a set. I have a set of Husky, 3. It's like a medium one, a big one, and one of these. And they are just freaking amazing. They're so nice. Speaking of clamps, don't get this clamp. Get this clamp. Even though it's plastic, it's still better than nothing. They're pretty cheap too. Don't get these clamps. These clamps are shit. Complete shit. Don't ever buy one. LA Preppers trying to save you time and energy. Talking about high quality tools. $14, you know, that's pretty cool. You know what's not $14? Pistol cases. I bet if you tried, you could make that case into a nice pistol case. Or that one, you know, maybe a little bit more foam or something. So, you know, thinking outside the box. You go into a sporting goods store, they're going to charge you $40 or $50 for a stupid-ass hard case. Yeah, Pelican, $42 all day. And trust me, Pelicans are not that nice, okay? They're not that nice of cases. They don't have enough latches. Honestly, a case like this, if you really want good water resistance, you need latches on... Let me get my pen. You need to have even force all around the lid. When you only have latches here and hinges here, it's gonna leak. If it ever gets submerged or compressed or anything, it's gonna leak on these sides. Because it's pressed down really hard here, but it's not pressed down here and it's not pressed down there. And honestly, these lids aren't even that good. It'd be much better to have like 6 buckles all the way around, because the buckle's going to give you a lot more consistent. I mean, the hinge is all right, but anyways. I think I'm not a fan of the hinge, kind of like because the way it pinches it when it closes down. I think I'd rather kind of have the lid just always go down even, but not that big of a deal, but a couple more straps would help. So if you're going to get something that doesn't have extra buckles on the side anyways, you may as well pay, not a lot for it. Tool carriers. See, this is what I was talking about with like it being open versus being closed. Don't get something that you have to open and close every goddamn time. That's annoying as crap. And if you leave it open all the time, you're going to say, why didn't I get this one? For $4 more, it's always open and I don't have to deal with it. And it has pockets on the outside. See, don't always get the cheapest thing in life. It's not always the best solution. See, and this one closes. I don't do that close crap. I need access to all my shit. So, anyways. Speaking of nice foam cases, look, that thing's got a bunch of foam inserts for custom fit. How cool is that? See, this is what I'm trying to do with my roll-on luggage, and they're charging $30 for this little ass thing, and I got my roll-on for free. The only thing is I don't have the foam inserts, which are actually kind of expensive. This is something that I probably am not going to buy for a really long time. $400 tool carrier. I mean, look at this fucking behemoth. Like, I guess if you were working on cars all the time, sure, but do you know how many tools I can get for $400? I can get a lot of goddamn tools. A lot. I mean, if I needed to lock it, if I had this many tools, sure, but... And then coming onto the back, we got some random stuff, a ladder, moving blankets. Kind of convenient. Not bad to have a couple of those. So there you have it, part 2 of the Red Tag Super Mega Sale. Going to be uploading a couple videos today. Got a lot of schoolwork to do, so going to be spending most of the weekend and the next week on that. But until then, happy prepping.